They make $1 while you make a dime, and that's why it's time to sit down, relax, and take an R2 on how to stay motivated at work while you're on the clock and on the can. Hello, my favorite potty time professionals, and welcome back to the Motivational Poops Podcast, the only place where personal growth meets potty humor, and somehow it works. I'm your host, number 2, helping you be number 1 in life, business, and bowel movements. Spiritually speaking, of course. Today's episode is about the one person who's always with you, talks all the time, and can either hype you up or ruin your day faster than a bad burrito. Your inner voice. Yes, we're talking self-talk. That inner dialogue that's always running in the background like a podcast you didn't subscribe to. Let's dive into how flipping the way you talk to yourself can seriously change your life, or at least stop you from crying in the car after sending one awkward email. Let's kick it off with a weird truth. You are constantly talking to yourself, and even weirder, you're also listening. You're like your own roommate, except you can't move. And depending on your self-talk, this roommate is either the wise mentor from a Disney movie or that passive-aggressive coworker who always says things like, "Oh, interesting choice." So when you mess something up and your brain chimes in with, classic you, it's not just a snarky thought. It's rewiring your brain like a grumpy little software update. The issue? Most of us are running this internal commentary without even realizing it. We're on autopilot with a backseat driver in our minds yelling, "You're doing it wrong." Picture this. You've got 2 radio stations in your head. Station 1. The inner critic. It's the dramatic one. It's like Gordon Ramsay, but without the cooking skills. Favorite phrases include, "Why are you even trying? Everyone's judging you. You wore that to a job interview?" In Station 2, the inner coach. Calm, cool, collected. Think Bob Ross meets Dr. Phil. It gently whispers, "You made progress today. Hey, you're learning. You're doing better than you think. Also, great hair." The difference between those two, it's not subtle. One makes you want to hide under a blanket forever, and the other makes you want to start a business, run a marathon, and pet a puppy all at once. Okay, time to get nerdy. Studies, like actual sciencey ones, show that positive self-talk improves focus, increases motivation, and reduces stress. It's like giving your brain a warm hug without making things weird. And no, we're not talking about lying to yourself like, "I am a millionaire," while you're eating off-brand cereal for dinner. We're talking real, grounded, honest affirmations like, instead of "I'm terrible at networking," you say, "I'm still getting the hang of networking, but I'm improving with every awkward 'what do you do' conversation." See the difference? One shuts you down. The other leaves the door open for growth and maybe a snack. Now, how do you know when your inner critic is taking the wheel? Here are a few red flags. You talk to yourself like a mean girl in a teen movie. You downplay every win like, it wasn't that good. You treat mistakes like a personal character flaw instead of, being human. If you just nodded at all 3, welcome. You're in the right place. No judgment. We've all been there. Heck, my inner critic once told me my sneeze sounded insecure. Here's how we start changing the story. Step 1. Notice it. Start tuning into what you're saying to yourself, especially when things go sideways. Like when you spill coffee on your shirt right before a Zoom call. Step 2. Question it. Would I say this to my best friend? Is this actually true? Is this helpful, or is this just spicy brain nonsense? Step 3, rewrite it. Here's a cheat sheet. I failed. Change that into I'm learning. I can't do this. Change that into I haven't figured it out yet. I look like a disaster. Let's adjust that to I look like a work in progress with potential. Again, you're not faking it. You're reframing it. You're choosing to be your own hype squad instead of your own personal heckler. Let's bring it back to reality. People who succeed aren't magical unicorns who never doubt themselves. They just talk back to the doubt. They catch those thoughts and say, "Thanks for your input, brain goblin, but I'm going to go for it anyway." And because of that, they try more things. They recover faster when they mess up. They trust themselves. And trust is the secret sauce of confidence. It's like emotional sriracha. All right, story time. My buddy Jason was training for a triathlon. Every morning, he'd wake up and think to himself, "I'm too tired. I suck at this. Who do I think I am, an Olympian?" Then a coach told him to change just one thing. The first sentence he said to himself in the morning. So instead of, "I have to train," he said, "I get to train." Just that one word flipped everything. He didn't suddenly become superhuman. He still sweated like a maniac and questioned his life choices halfway through a swim. But now, he showed up with intention. Quick side note, and this is weirdly relevant. Your inner dialogue even affects your gut. Seriously. Stress and negative self-talk can mess with digestion. So if you ever needed another reason to speak kindly to yourself, just remember, your colon is listening too. So next time you're on the toilet, don't just scroll aimlessly. Give yourself a compliment. Tell yourself you're doing great. Tell yourself you are a hydrated, capable legend. You're welcome. To bring it all home, you are always talking to yourself. Make it a convo worth having. The inner critic is a loudmouth, but you can change the station. Honest, kind self-talk equals better focus, confidence, and less crying in grocery store parking lots. And yes, even your gut wants in on the positive self-talk party. Here's your challenge for this week. Catch yourself in one moment, just one, where your inner critic shows up. Pause, take a breath, ask, "Is this true?" Then reframe it. And bonus points. Say something ridiculous and affirming out loud, like, "I am a magnificent, imperfect meat popsicle doing my best." Because honestly, you are. That's it for this episode of the Motivational Poops Podcast. If you laughed, learned, or just feel a little less alone in the chaos of your own mind, share this with a friend. And hey, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode's wisdom drop. Reviews and comments are always welcome as well. Until next time, talk to yourself like someone who deserves kindness, because that someone is you. Stay weird, stay wonderful, and don't forget to make big bubbles when washing your hands on the way out. You've got this.